villain. Thou knowest no law of God nor man. No beast so fierce would know some such a thing.
But I know nothing, therefore am no beast.
How wonderful when devils tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe divine perfection of a woman of these supposed evils, but to give me leave by circumstance to acquit myself.
Vouchsafe diffuse infection of a man, of these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance, but to accuse thy cursed self.
Fairer than the tongue can read, let me have some patient leisure to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee, thou canst make no excuse current but to hang thyself.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shalt thou stand excused for doing worthy vengeance on thyself that didst unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say that I slew them not.
Well then say they were not slain. But dead they are. And devil slaved by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Oh, why, then he is alive.
Nay, he is dead, but slain by Edward's hand.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous fortune smoking in his blood. The which thou once didst bend against her breast, but then thy brothers beat aside the point.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue, which laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind that ne'er dreamst on aught but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant me.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too, that thou mayest be damned for that wicked deed. He was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
The fitter for the king of heaven that hath.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that helped to send him thither, for he is fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So it will, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so. But, gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall somewhat to a slower method, is not the causer of the deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner?
Thou wast the cause and most accursed effect.
Thy beauty was the cause of that effect. Thy beauty, which did haunt me in my sleep, that I might undertake the death of all the world, so I could rest 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I tell thee, homicide, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks.
Mine eyes could not endure sweet beauty's rack. You should not blemish it if I stood by. As all the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life.
Black night o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature, for thou art both.
I would I were to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that killed my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon this earth.
Go to. He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Name him.
Plantagenet.
Why, that is he.
The self-same name, but one of better nature.
Where is he?
Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a fouler toe. Out of my sight. Thou dost infect mine eyes.
Thine eyes disinfect mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead.
I would they were, that I might die at once. For now they kill me with a living death. Thine eyes from mine have drawn salt tears, and stained their aspect with store of childish drops. I never sued to friend or enemy. My tongue could never learn sweet smoothing word. Now your heart is proposed with me. My proud heart soothes, and prompts my tongue to speak. Teach not thy lips such scorn, for they were made for kissing thee, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, I lend thee the sharp-pointed blade, which, if thou please to hide in this true bosom, and let forth the soul that adoreth thee, I lay it open to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause. 'Twas I that killed your husband. 'Twas your beauty that provoked me. Nay, do not pause. 'Twas I that killed King Henry. It was your heavenly face that set me on. Take up the blade again, or take up me.
Arise, Dissembler! Though I wish thy death, I will not be thy executioner.
Then say the word, and I will kill myself.
I have already.
Tush, that was in thy rage. Speak it again, and even with the word, that hand, which for thy love killed thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both thou shalt be accessory.
Would I knew thy heart.
'Tis figured in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
That never was man true.
But put up your sword.
Then say my peace is made.
That thou shalt live hereafter.
Then shall I live in hope?
All men, I hope, live so.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Look, how this ring encompasseth thy finger, even so thy breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them are thine. And if thy poor, devoted suppliant may but beg one favor from thy gracious hand, thou dost confirm his happiness forever.
What is it?
If it please thee, leave these sad designs to one who has more cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby Place, where, after I have solemnly interred at Chertsey Monastery this noble king, and wet his grave with my penitent tears, I shall with all expedient duty see him. For diverse unknown reasons I beseech, grant me this boon.
With all my heart. And which it joys me to see you become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
Tis more than you deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I've said farewell already.
Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? I'll have her, but I will not keep her long. What, I who killed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate? With curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, the bleeding witness of her hatred by, having God, her conscience, and these bars set against me, and I nothing to back my suit at all, but the plain devil in dissembling looks, and yet to win her, all the world to nothing? Hath she forgot already this brave prince, Edward, her lord, a sweeter and lovelier gentleman, framed in the prodigality of nature, young, valiant, wise, and no doubt right royal, the spacious world cannot again afford. And will she yet debase her eyes on me, who cropped the golden prime of this sweet prince, made her widow to a woeful bed? On me, whose all not equals Edward's moiety? On me, who halt and am unshapen thus? My dukedom to a beggarly denier. I do mistake my person all this while, albeit charges for a looking glass, and entertain some score or two of tailors to adorn my body. Since I am crept in favor with it, I'll maintain it at some little cost. But first, I'll turn yon fellow in his grave, and then return lamenting to my love. Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass.